General Rick Hillier OC, CMM, MSc.D is a former Chief of the Defence Staff of the Canadian Forces. He held this appointment from February 4, 2005 to July 1, 2008. He retired on July 1, 2008, and was replaced by former Vice Chief of the Defence Staff Walter Natynczyk. He is also the highest-ranking Newfoundland and Labrador officer in history. Early years. Born in 1955 and raised in Campbellton, Notre Dame Bay, Newfoundland, he graduated from Memorial University of Newfoundland in 1975 with a Bachelor of Science degree. Early military career. He was posted to his 1st Regiment, the 8th Canadian Hussars in Petawawa, Ontario, and subsequently to the Royal Canadian Dragoons in Lahr, Germany. He has also served as a staff officer at Force Mobile Command Headquarters at CFB Street, Hubert in Montreal, and at National Defence Headquarters in Ottawa. He commanded 2 Canadian Mechanized Brigade Group from 1997 as Deputy Commanding General of 3rd Armored Corps of the United States Army, at Fort Hood, Texas. In January 1998 as Commander 2 CMBG, he led Operation Recuperation, the Canadian Forces' intervention in the paralyzing ice storm in Ontario, Quebec and New Brunswick. He went on to command the multinational division in Bosnia-Herzegovina. He was named Chief of the Land Staff, commanding the Canadian Army, on May 30, 2003. He is noted for his public calls for increased resources for the Canadian Forces. In 2003, when he was appointed Chief of the Land Staff, he said, "Any commander who would stand up here and say that we didn't need more soldiers should be tarred and feathered and rode out of town on a rail." Quote. After serving as Chief of the Land Staff and before being appointed Chief of the Defence Staff, he commanded the NATO ISAF in Afghanistan from February 9 to August 12, 2004. Chief of the Defence Staff. On February 4, 2005, Hillier became Chief of the Defence Staff. At the change of command ceremony he repeated his call, more broadly, for increased military funding. "In this country, we could probably not give enough resources to the men and women to do all the things that we ask them to do," he said, with Prime Minister Paul Martin and Defence Minister Bill Graham looking on. "But we can give them too little, and that is what we're now doing. Remember them in your budgets." Uncle Rick Hillier was a beloved CDs at levels not previously seen in any previous person who filled that role. When speaking to troops on parade, he would frequently call them into a hollow circle around him rather than delivering a generic speech from a podium while they stood to attention. Hillier would regularly sit and eat with the troops in the mess, this at a time when most generals insisted they be given their own mess separate for the others. At briefings, Hillier asked every person what they thought about a situation at hand, regardless of the rank, language, or nationality. Media criticism. Hillier was known for his plain-spoken language and focus on frontline capabilities. Early in his term as CDs, he drew criticism from the media when he called terrorists detestable murderers and scumbags. Quote. He went further, saying, "We're not the public service of Canada. We're not just another department. We're the Canadian Forces, and our job is to be able to kill people." Resignation. On April 15, 2008, Hillier announced he would step down as CDs on July 1, 2008. Hillier was subsequently appointed as Chancellor of Memorial University of Newfoundland, effective July 3, 2008. Post-military career and community involvement. Public speaking. Upon retirement in 2008, Hillier joined the public speaking arena and developed his own speaking agency. Working with a number of large corporate clients, Hillier's speaking detailed the experiences of troops under his command, emphasizing the theme of leadership in tough times. Project Hero. In 2009, Hillier co-founded Project Hero, a scholarship program for the children of Canadian Forces personnel killed while on active military duty. The children of deceased veterans. Education Assistance Act verification is used to verify Project Hero eligibility. The process is administered by the Veterans Affairs Canada. There is controversy about the nature of the Project Hero scholarship and its benefits. Memorial University. On July 3, 2008, Hillier began a term as Chancellor of Memorial University of Newfoundland, his alma mater. On August 14, 2008, TELUS announced that Hillier was appointed as chair of TELUS Atlantic Canada Community Board. Hillier said, "TELUS is a company that gets stuff done both in business and in the community. I like that. They are entrusting the philanthropic efforts in Atlantic Canada to people who live and work here. I'm excited about the opportunity to help TELUS engage with the Atlantic Canada communities. That is very important to me." TD Bank. Hillier announced on September 3, 2008, he will be working at an Ottawa office from the TD Bank to support initiatives that enhance the client and customer experience and to assist the bank's ongoing leadership development and training activities. Peacekeeping Envoy. Hillier is currently working with the United Nations as Peacekeeping Envoy to Afghanistan. Provincial Aerospace. On June 16, 2009, while attending the 48th International Paris Air Show, Provincial Aerospace announced that Hillier will join the company's advisory board. Politics. Since his retirement from the military, Hillier's name has been mentioned as a leadership candidate for several political parties. Hillier's name was mentioned by political pundits as a possible successor to Prime Minister Stephen Harper during Harper's minority conservative government. When Newfoundland and Labrador Premier Danny Williams retired from politics in 2010, Hillier's name was brought up as a possible successor to the progressive conservative premier. In August 2011, his name was brought up once again as a potential Liberal leader in his home province when leader Yvonne Jones resigned. Hillier has stated on several occasions, however, that he has no interest in politics. Honours. In 2011, he was made an Officer of the Order of Canada for his service to our nation, which has inspired pride in our Canadian Forces. In December 2013, it was announced that Hillier would be appointed to the Order of Newfoundland and Labrador by Lt. Gov. Frank Fagan during a ceremony in February 2014. Works. Hillier, Rick of Soldier First, Bullets, Bureaucrats and the Politics of War, hardcover, 552 pages, published by HarperCollins Publishers Limited, ISBN 978-1554684915. Hillier, Rick, Leadership, 50 Points of Wisdom for Today's Leaders, hardcover, 272 pages, published by HarperCollins Publishers Limited, ISBN 978-1554684939.